Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are continuing to prosecute our war here. And let's just check in here real quick. Yeah, there's not really anything that we want to get from there, so that should be fine. I do want to hop over to the Sol Station and start replacing our resource silo here with a Colossal Assembly Yard. We only need the one Colossal Assembly Yard. To be honest, if we lose our capital shipyard, we've got other problems. So let's get that going. It'll be a couple years before that's finished. That's absolutely fine for right now. So the next thing that I want to do is check in on our mega structures at this point. We've got this disabled gateway over here in Asterion. We don't really have a gateway network of our own, and we're not really expecting to get this. So I don't think upgrading this is actually of any use. Okay, cool. Our civilian ships are idle. Yeah, that is understood. We're going to be attacking Kagatin, and Asterion we should be bombarding at. Let's see here. Admiral, probably. Yeah. Make sure we're bombarding here. Looks like we are, so that looks solid. Yes, we're definitely bombarding there. Okay. So that looks good. We have this force on its way down to Yobanir. Now, we're not really expecting any further attacks up this way. We've cut off their route to go up here. So the third fleet can start making its way down to somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where we want it. Maybe down to like Waltham for now. It'll take them a while to get there. We might actually be better off jump driving them. It'll take them 212 days to get here. So yeah, we're actually better off jump driving them to Rebulon, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to jump drive them here, and then from here we'll just move them down to Waltham, which will take them a little while, but not too bad. So that'll be fine for right now. This mining world requires 4 jobs. Well, we have a big deficit of energy credits, so building a couple of generator districts here would solve that problem and would be very, very welcome. That would be about 100 energy credits a month, so that's really, really solid. We need a migration here, otherwise I don't think we need anything major. A migration here and a migration here. So nothing too much needed for construction as of right now. So that looks good. The Free Brill administration is a member of the Pan-Galactic Entente, so that's the reason why they were stronger than I was expecting them to be, is because we are fighting the Pan-Galactic Entente. We're winning, to be clear. We're easily winning. Do we want to get any additional claims down over here? I wouldn't mind getting Sidor and Salieto. I doubt we could get both. Let's grab Salieto for now, and we'll come back and see about maybe grabbing Sidor as a claim. We're going to get a lot of things down this way. We have basically actually we do have every location that we've claimed fully taken. So that looks good. I'm very pleased about that. Now, we need to head over to Tirsonia and research the projects here, and then we need to start coming down this direction. That'll be fine. I want to check in up over here. Have we finished our researches up this way? There's actually still some researches in Cam, but once we finish that, we should come back to Procyon, Alpha Centauri, and Zeldra. Okay, so that looks fine. Let's continue to work on prosecuting this war. Bumping it up to fast speed.
Striking hostile station.
Excellent. And yeah, Marauder missiles, that's all absolutely
Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
Okay, so we just finished in Rakaron. We want our second landing in Rakaron. This is not a difficult place to land, and we'll just head right on over there and do exactly that. Perfect. So we're just pushing our way through the Free Brill administration at this time. I would like to get this last claim up over here. It will be expensive at 350. We'll see if we get enough influence to get it or not. It'll be dicey for sure. So this looks reasonably fine. I do want to check in on timing on these astral actions. Okay, so that's going to be a ways out. No worries there for now. We've got the third fleet on its way in. I want to bring it to here. It's going to take it a while to get there, and that is, of course, because it is cooling down from its jump drive. It's already 25% done with that, though, so no big deal there. We do need to reinforce a singular ship, and we can do that. They're in serious danger as of right now. If things are going very poorly for them, and it's not going to get better, to be honest. It's really, really not going to get better. Now that we have another fleet down here, we have the number of fleets that we need to get this all under control.
Planetary incursion initiative successful.
So that
Shipwreck
is
study.
wonderful. I'm going to move our transport fleet over to Carpetanian at this point. I want to jump drive it. It's going to be 9 days. Okay, let's give it 9 days. 4, 3, 2, 1, and there we go. We're going to jump drive to Carpetanian. And once there, we're going to land possibly here. 913. Okay. Let's move this fleet over to here and begin working on
Striking
that.
hostile station. Shipwreck study.
And I'm just waiting on our army to show up here.
Special
There they are.
project
They're going to go land here. Excellent. So that will be absolutely fine. We'll get that taken. We've finished up over here. I don't really want to push too much further until we have our jump drive ready to go. We can take this. We can definitely take this. We're going to head to Melgiro. That should be fine, even with us in our weakened state. So I'm not too concerned about that. We'll get this all cleaned up. And of course, Rakaran is fully under our control at this point. Let's make sure that we are bombarding here. Wow, 15% devastation. Okay, that's going nicely.
Incursion initiative.
Sounds good. Down over this direction, we should have taken this unification station by now. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to head in over this direction, and I'd like to attack Breathloop. I don't think this is the route that I want to take here, though. I want to go down to Melgiro and then go up to Breathloop, but I think we'll have to wait until these guys eliminate this station, which is fine. That's not a concern.
Research concluded.
Okay, so the station is just about gone. There we go. And now I want to move this force up to Breathloop, while these guys settle in for a bombardment at Adipadosa. That'll be okay. Yeah, planet surrenders are happening. We've created a penal colony, that's fine, or we have the ability to do that. Ancient Refinery is almost certainly something that we want to grab. That'll be really good for our refinery worlds. So that'll be perfect. And we are still in breach of the Non-Interference Act. Sure. I want to check in to see if we've lost any ships in any of these engagements. We lost 1 corvette. Well, okay then. Making solid progress on Nagaru, and we'll want to continue to whittle this down for a while, most likely. 800 is a little stronger than I would like that to be. No doubt about that. And we're going to be attacking Breathloop up here shortly. So that all looks absolutely fine. We'll just continue to push in. It's kind of slow going, but it's definitely something that is needing to
Planetary
happen.
incursion initiative.
So Carpetanian has finished up. The question is, do we want to wait on this, or do we want to invade? We would take substantial casualties if we were to invade. We've already taken some casualties from our second transport fleet here. I'm thinking right now that we should queue up some additional robotic assault armies, and we'll get a bunch of these going. Something along the lines of this. Now, we're low a bit on energy credits, and we don't want to run out of energy credits. I'm going to sell off some Zero. We absolutely tanked the price on it, which isn't ideal, but whatever. Let's attack Breathloop, and this is going to be very, very bad for them. Indeed it is. They definitely have an orbital here, so they've got 2 locations for us to attack. Interesting that they did an arc furnace and an orbital. This is going to be very bad for their economy that we're going to take this. This is going to be a huge number of their mining stations. We're going to take some losses fighting these defense platforms, but it really doesn't matter. We can replace them without any problem. We're fighting a transport ship. Okay, I have no idea where that is. Oh, it's up over here? And we're just circling the star. We're not actually going after this transport ship. We're just here forever right now. I really wish Paradox would fix this bug. It would be nice. Unfortunately, they have not fixed the bug. So for now, let's head up to Carpetanian and let's check in on what we've got going here. 746. Okay, I'm going to leave that bombarding for now. I want to check in over this way. 456 and 1060. Okay, so we're going to go attack the orbital platform here. If I can go in. There we go. We'll land armies here. I want to bombard here. Unfortunately, this transport ship is keeping our bombardment force dealt with. Maybe that destroyer will go fight it? It does not. Okay, this is very awkward.
Damage.
However, the hyper relay is under our control. So we could do something about breaking this stalemate. I'm not choosing to do it right now, but we definitely could. There's a battle ongoing in Yobanir, which we will win.
Commencing planetary incursion initiative.
No problem whatsoever there. I do want to continue to reinforce these fleets. Perfect. And I want to check in down here. Okay, so this is surrendered. Is there another location to attack? Yes, there is. Down here, 1065. Okay, we gotta go bombard that. No doubt about it, that needs some planetary bombardment. So that'll be okay. We'll get that underway. We have finished up, of course, in Yobanir. And from here, I would like to... This entire area is cut off. I'd like to go hit Astrikian. That is the only location where they have any of these ships. They've got a pretty powerful fleet there. They've got a dimensional fleet, but we should be more than capable of dealing with that. So that looks good for now. We're going to wrap up our invasion here fairly soon.
Striking
that looks solid.
Station.
And the next question is, how long before we wrap up some of this? Because we need one of these two fleets to be freed up to deal with this stalemate situation due to this bug. It's a frustrating bug, for sure. I really wish Paradox would fix this one. We have nothing that we can do other than bring in another fleet through the hyper relay and just obliterate this, which we can do as soon as we have one of these two fleets that is free. They are not currently free. So this is down to 517. I want to bring these guys back up to Kagaton and land here. We'll bombard until they get here.
Protocols.
But that'll be okay. Our council agenda is ready to be launched, and I want to launch that. We should probably do... I don't feel like we need military buildup. That said, claim influence cost minus 10%. That's actually going to almost be enough to let us claim Seedor. In fact, we can do it. Perfect. Okay, so with that done, everywhere that we have claimed, we also have taken over. I don't think we're going to make any more additional claims in this war. That's probably all we can afford to do, but that is definitely a good start. So we're going to come land on Kagaton, and we're going to bring these guys down to Breathlu via the hyper relay. I don't want to fly down there. I want to use the hyper relay because that'll pop us out right here, and we'll just immediately take out this transport ship and break this crappy stalemate that we've got going on
Planetary
here.
Incursion initiative.
Which would, of course, be a good thing. We did finish up the Ancient Refinery, and that's wonderful. Ancient Driller Drones, huh? What are our other options here? Monthly Unity plus 5% is interesting. We don't need that much more Unity, so we're probably okay on that front. Paradise Domes would be fine. We don't need them, but they would be fine. Nothing to be done here, but we can probably do something with our minor artifacts, which are currently capped. We can find military applications, and let's do some army damage here. And we'll reverse engineer an arcane technology, some physics research. Okay, that sounds good. This refinery world requires a job. That will be a city district, and we're going to make this be an ancient refinery once that gets finished. This generator world just needs a migration. This tech world requires an upgrade to our system capital complex. I'm going to buy 1,000 minerals and do it that way. And we've got this generator station here. Upgrade to a robot assembly complex. Yep, sounds good. We're still at minus 563 energy credits. It is certainly painful. Let's sell off some dark matter to keep ourselves afloat for a while. And we're just waiting. There we go. We just instantly one-shot that, and that is fine. We're going to start bombarding now at Brilthana, their capital. And we're going to move this fleet down to this area. I would like to... Well, we're going to want to start taking some territory down here. I think that we go for Burrs first. Things are going to be a little bit awkward down here, but this all connects down to this one singular choke point. So that's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. There's not much we can do about that right now. But as a hypothetical, how much would it cost us to make claims down to that choke point? So we've got a claim here in Ziamon. We would need, like, Kagatin. Yeah, this is going to be incredibly expensive right now, but we can get that later. That would be a fantastic strategic position to hold. That would mean the entire south of this arm is held in one single choke point. We can't get it this war. But that is certainly something to think about for the future. No doubt about that. So, I want to check in on Astrikian here. We are not bombarding here, and we should be. So we're going to start bombarding. Actually, we shouldn't even bombard Robocore. We should bombard up here. They're both kind of weak, though. And where's our army at right now? Is that in here? Okay. So they're currently in Kagatin, still invading. Okay, that's fine. We'll get them over to Astrikian eventually. So that looks good. We are pushing our way southward for right now. More of these researches finishing. I want to check our science chip up here. Has that finished everything up in this area? Almost. So once it's done here, we're probably going to jump drive it down this way and start working on the debris up here. Actually, this just timed out. So let's jump drive straight down to Salieto and research this project. Once you get there, let's research in Redamon and Rebulon and start heading down this direction. There's some researches out over here as well. I don't necessarily like that. Okay, let's let this jump drive go out. I'm going to redo these orders, but let's let this jump drive go through. 2, 1, 0, and we'll research here, 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 then here, then here, is the overall concept for right now. Okay, so Kagatin is under our control. Let's jump drive to Astrikian. And we're going to want to eliminate these guys over in Waga, for sure. This science ship is not doing anything as of right now. We know that we're doing all of this down here with the other science ship. So I want to head to Strubius, and then from there to Yabanir. And we'll see what else we get in these areas. There will almost certainly be more debris to be found. So that looks good for now. And having Evrov under our control is, of course, a very, very big deal. So we've jump-drived in over here. I want to land on Ro-Kabur. And in the meantime, we're working on whittling down Atapodosa, which we will take after. That'll be absolutely fine. We're still working on their capital up over this way, and that's at 8% devastation right now, but we've definitely started bringing down that garrison. Looks good.
Commencing planetary incursion.
Okay, so I see them over here in Landine. I really don't want them to get through over here, so we are going to head over there. We're going to eliminate the forces in Landine, and from there probably just push down to Waka. Although we do need to take these up here as well. It'll be slightly interesting. So Plessis is under our control. We're attacking Burrs. Looks perfect. And we are, of course, easily going to win these encounters over here. Very, very easily. Cool. They're out of here. That actually creates an additional thing to grab. I do want to make sure Landine is under our control. And we're going to head down to Waga first. I want to go via Gamma Valorum. And we're going to head down this direction. Specifically because actually they went back into Astrikian. Never mind. We're going to come fight their dimensional fleet over here in Astrikian. That's okay. We want to eliminate their military forces over here. That's the top priority right now. Okay, so we have a damaged fleet apparently, but I want to hop in here and get those reinforcements going. Only 4 losses, so that's really not bad. I'm wondering when this invasion is going to finish, because we don't want that to happen while these guys are having uncontested control over the system. We've got 30 days until we arrive back. So let's head on through.
Spaceports sustaining damage.
Okay. We've engaged these lads. They're fighting the spaceport. It
Planetary
doesn't
incursion
really matter.
initiative successful.
Okay. They stayed on
Spaceport
Rokavu,
offline.
so that's fine. We'll embark after we finish this off. There we go. The dimensional fleet is out of here. We'll embark these guys. We're going to head up over this way. Actually, nope. Never mind. They've got forces at Waga. We're going to attack Waga first. So let's head up to Atapadosa, and that is still a little bit devastated. They are recovering. We're going to head over there. And let's get that under control.
Research concluded.
So we just finished up quantum missiles. Not that big of a deal, but it's okay. I want to check in on what this guy has queued up. Okay, so we're going to want to research in Landine and in Astrikian as well. So that all looks fantastic. The mega shipyard is now fully online. That's perfect. So what do we want to upgrade next? The Strategic Coordination Center is already upgrading. That will help our naval cap a significant margin. So I actually want to go for the maximized science nexus. Let's get that going. That'll be perfect. We are at 7.5k. We're losing a lot of energy credits. We'll get that dealt with. Honestly, the Strategic Coordination Center will be a significant boon on that
Commencing
front.
planetary incursion initiative.
So we're attacking Waga here. We will take a few losses, but this is not going to be anything too major. Excellent.
Research concluded.
This is going to go very poorly for them. Very, very poorly
project
indeed.
Concluded.
Yeah, they retreated. To be expected. So this is fully under our control at this point. We do need to attack this army here. The question is, are we bugged? The answer, yes we are. Luckily, a perdition beam
Spaceport
doing the
sustaining
trick.
damage.
Fantastic. So I want these guys to be bombarding Galamoon for now. Actually, that's 474 and this is 456. So I think instead I want them to run up over this direction, grab that, come back to Gamma Valorum. It's slightly awkward that we don't have Gamma Valorum. From there, go to Eurus, Zoltar's Maw, and get this fully under control, like this. Neither of these places are places that we're going to have a difficult time invading. So that'll be okay. We can reinforce our ships, and we finished up the Paradise Dome. So the Ancient Rampart is something we could do. Ancient Pulse Armor. I feel like these are mediocre at best. Let's get it done, though. We might decide to utilize them. So checking in on their capital here, it's down to 682. In Malgiro, they are at, well, Atapadosa is under our control, 558 here. Okay? And down here in Burrs, are we bombarding? We are not, and we should be. Okay, so let's bombard Thriving Green. That'll be fine. So we're just going to get all of these little areas under our control and get this side fully cleaned up. That is the overall goal right now. So we're done in Astrikian. We have taken a few losses in our armies here, I'm noting. But that's fine. We'll go land in Galamoon. And that'll be perfect. Cool. So this war is going extremely well. We are at 87% war exhaustion. The war will end soon, but we're not going to get anything beyond what we have taken over at this point. So that is definitely noted. What we're doing right now is honestly a little bit useless, but it's still something that I think is worth doing. Giga Cannon is going to be done next month. So we need to think about whether we want to equip Giga Cannons or not.
Spaceports sustaining damage.
That's definitely something we need to think about. I think we'll come back to that. We probably don't care too much right now. Battleship hull points would not be the worst thing in the world. We'll get going on that. Cool. So we're done up this way. Astrikian is under our control, and we are invading in Waga. We're going to take some losses here, but that's fine.
Shipwreck study. Fascinating.
Excellent. We're getting a lot of science out of these studies as well. So that's looking good. We do know that we're going to need a study here as well. In fact, 2 of them. And that looks good. How are we doing down this way? Yeah, we're definitely making progress on that. So this war is going to end eventually. This was not the end of our war. That's noted. Keep in mind, we've done basically all of the work in this war. If we can see our contribution in here, we can't actually see our war contribution from here, I guess. That's a little unfortunate, but we've almost certainly been the primary contributor to this war. But that's absolutely fine. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And
Planetary
next episode, I
initiative
suspect
successful.
that this war will end up
Shipwreck
ending.
study.
We do need these guys to go invade over here, though. We are taking a few losses. That, of course, is why we have this army. And I want to start bringing them down at least to, like, here? They'll arrive there in 160 days. Yeah, that seems fine. Once they get there, we can jump drive them wherever we need them to go. So that seems perfect. I think at this point, it's very clear that these guys have no real capacity to continue to... And this is the horde down here. Okay. They have no real capacity to continue to get their ships rebuilt. So I think that's great. This war is obviously pretty over. It's just a matter of reaching 100% war score, or rather 100% war exhaustion, so that the war leader decides to put an end to it. It's just a matter of time. They don't appear to be fighting up here, but whatever. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.